Oldsmar right now, there is closed access to Shore Drive at Lafayette Boulevard for the safety of vehicle drivers and, of course, residential neighborhoods. That is because the road is underwater right now. So we are again seeing flooding in the Oldsmar area. I know that there are some reports of some flooding or just some rising water in the Safety Harbor area. Those are, again, areas that we haven't been able to get to, and hopefully we'll continue to get those reports coming in.
And because we can't get to it, if you have pictures, if you can safely take pictures, please send them in to us. You can send them in to us on Facebook, also Twitter, and also Instagram. So we want to see those pictures as well.
Cleanup is underway after a tornado outbreak up north yesterday and Friday. Twisters demolished homes and businesses in Omaha, Nebraska. Some injuries were reported, but so far no deaths. As ABC's Melissa Adon explains, today there's a chance for more tornadoes across the country. New this morning, Iran commandos seized a cargo ship near the Strait of Hormuz. This is as U.S. officials say Iran now has more than 100 cruise missiles ready for a possible strike on Israel. Tehran holds Israel responsible for a deadly airstrike on Iran's consulate in Syria earlier this month. As ABC's Derek Dennis explains, President Biden says the U.S. will help defend Israel. We are following the latest on gun violence in Tampa Bay. Tampa police are looking for the person who shot and killed 2 people. It happened Friday morning at Nebraska Avenue and 26th Avenue. Responding officers found people trying to save a man and a woman, but they both died from their injuries.
All new this morning, we're following through on the recovery efforts for a local wildlife sanctuary. We were there last July when an overnight fire destroyed their facility in Johns Pass. Dozens of animals died in the fire, but more than 100 of them survived.
And we returned a month later to find surviving animals moved into a temporary location. People from all over donated both money and time to help them rebuild. But now 7 months later, they say they need the community's help again. Our Keely McCormick has the update.
2 teens turned themselves in to police after they were caught on camera dumping trash into the Atlantic Ocean. Florida Fish and Wildlife says a group of minors on a boat left an event called Boca Bash. It's a party spot off the coast of Boca Raton. They dumped 2 garbage cans full of trash into the ocean and then returned to the party.
Price of paradise continues to skyrocket. Many Floridians complain their homeowners insurance premiums are breaking their budget. It's an issue that we follow on a daily basis because a lot of you write to us detailing the challenges that you're facing.
And new this morning, we are looking into 2 insurance companies that are asking for big rate hikes this week. ABC Action News reporter Keely McCormick is joining us live in Tampa this morning. Keely, this comes as many homeowners say they are struggling to afford home insurance.
ABC Action News starts right now with breaking news.
That breaking news is in Polk County. A man shot 2 deputies overnight. This happened near Hunt Fountain Park in Lakeland. Both deputies are in the hospital in stable condition. That suspect is dead after deputies returned fire. ABC Action News reporter JJ Burton is joining us live near the scene with the latest. Good morning, JJ. Happening right now, the All Pro Dad event is just getting started. The event helps dads have a fun time with their kids while building their relationships. ABC Action News reporter JJ Burton is joining us live from Raymond James Stadium. And JJ, this event is sold out.
All right, who's ready for some baseball? Spring training is already underway and opening day is a little more than a month away on March 28th. So to get you fired up about the Tampa Bay Rays, tomorrow the team is going to host their annual Fan Fest at Tropicana Field.
Our Sean Daly is live at the Trop this morning with what you need to know before heading out to this busy event. Sean, Fan Fest is really fun, but wow, I know it gets crowded and you're having a lot of fun out there already.
I am.
All weekend long, we are tracking Tropical Storm Ian out in the Caribbean, and that's why we want to turn straight now to meteorologist Shay Ryan, who is in the Weather Center with the latest track. And Shay, it seems like there, again, are a lot of variables to this storm, and a lot could change in the next few days.
Yeah, I would expect that we're going to have changes.
The 3rd week of former President Trump's hush money trial begins Monday. Trump awaits the judge's ruling on 4 additional alleged gag order violations. That judge already found Trump guilty of 9 and fined him $9,000. Pasco County Animal Services is running low on pet food, and now there is a pet food drive all month long so animals can eat and stay healthy. ABC Action News reporter JJ Burton is joining us live from Odessa. The Hampton Inn on State Road 54 is accepting donations all month long. Good morning, JJ. A lot of people will be heading out to our local beaches this weekend. We've reported on how erosion is washing sand away. Last weekend, we told you Honeymoon Island is now cut in half. But now there's hope to get some of these beaches restored. Get ready to step into the world of your favorite Nintendo video game characters. Universal Orlando revealed new details of Super Nintendo World. It will feature Mushroom Kingdom and Donkey Kong Country. One ride is the Mario Kart Challenge. It will fuse elaborate environments with augmented reality. There's also Yoshi's Adventure, where you will travel through Mushroom Kingdom landscapes in search of glowing eggs. In Donkey Kong Country, guests can ride Minecart Madness to help Donkey Kong protect the coveted golden banana. Epic Universe is set to open in 2025. Hurricane season officially starts 4 weeks from today. Now, a first-of-its-kind study shows how our wildlife corridor can help people during the worst impacts of climate change. In our ongoing series, Price of Paradise, we give you solutions and context to the toughest issue facing our state. ABC Action News reporter Michael Paluska takes us on a tour through part of the wildlife corridor. Keeping up with animal intake in Hillsborough County is getting harder. Population growth may be a big reason behind a surge in animals abandoned or surrendered. There's also animals taken from bad situations that need to be held until the criminal process plays out. The division director for animal control says all of these factors are straining his department.
Nearly every kennel at the Pet Resource Center in Hillsborough County is occupied by a fast wagging tail or curious bark. So many dogs and cats are waiting here to be adopted. The capacity issue is playing out at shelters across the country. According to the national database Shelter Animals Count, 3.3 million cats and 3.2 million dogs entered shelters and rescues in 2023.
Oh, it's difficult, to stay up with the calls. We do have to prioritize calls just because we can't get to each one of them every day.
Pet ownership statistics from the American Veterinary Medical Association show in Hillsborough County in 2019, there were more than 347,000 dogs and 258,000 cats. In 2023, those numbers grew significantly.
Population growth.
That's what Roger Mills, the division director of animal control in Hillsborough County, thinks could be the reason why we're seeing more abandoned and surrendered animals.
We try to get to obviously the ones that are either a public safety issue or an animal that's in has severe circumstances.
In 2016, an animal abuse registry was created in Hillsborough County to help animal adoption groups prevent rescued animals from getting into the hands of convicted animal abusers. So far to date, 23 people are on the list.
You got a higher burden of proof in criminal court, and if you can't get that evidence, you're not going to get that proof.
Mills says it can take a year or more for that process to play out, and in the meantime, the animals taken during the investigation have to be placed in holding somewhere, adding to the overcrowding issue. But he says the enjoyment list is an alternative to the registry that speeds things along.
The court is dedicated to the Animal Control Division, and so sometimes, based on availability, we can get in with just a couple of weeks.
He says the enjoyment list fits more of the cases he sees, people who end up with too many animals in a small space.
They start out with good intentions. They may have 4 or 5 or small number, and next thing they have 40.
In those cases, he says oftentimes they'll allow the person to keep 1 or 2 animals.
We want them to have some companionship because, that's what owning a pet's all about, is the companionship and loving it. But, when you got 40, it's hard to do that.
You can find a link to the enjoyment list or animal abuse registry on abcactionnews.com.